first guest tonight is an Academy Award-winning actor and New York Times best-selling author. You know from films such as Interstellar and Dallas Buyers Club. He returns as Buster Moon in Sing 2, which premieres in theaters December 22nd. Let's take a look.
Maybe it's like room service?
Open up or you're dead, Moon!
Okay, it's not room service.
You and your dumb friends better not be hiding in there!
What are we gonna do?
Guys, we just gotta be brave now.
Are you saying we should fight these thugs?
No, they'll beat us to a pulp. We're gonna put this show on whether Crystal likes it or not. But first, we're gonna jump out that window.
What?
I'm beginning to like this guy.
Please welcome back to the show, Matthew McConaughey, everybody. Welcome back.
How you doing, sir?
There's you know what? Over the years, I've come to expect a certain level of excellence from you in film.
Okay.
But, you know, now you are. This is the first time that I've been sitting across from you where you are a New York Times bestselling author. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And let me tell you.
Thank you.
I said it a little bit backstage. There was this lull where I think people were looking for exactly the book you wrote. You couldn't have known that probably when you're sitting down to write it because I think you probably wrote a story authentic to you. You wrote about your life.
And then COVID came along, and we said, oh, our release date is October. COVID's coming. There was talk about moving the date. The elections were there. My feeling and the team's feeling was, look, let's lean into it. With elections, with all the mudslinging, with COVID, people are going to want some good news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are going to want to hear some things that are about the approach to life, not the product, the process, and the approach to life, and how to get some satisfaction that not only for me, that I think we can all get.
And I think that everybody, having watched you over the years, they thought, man, if I could get in on Matthew McConaughey's approach to life, I think it'd be a lot better place.
I hope so. Look, it's not all mine. I've stolen a lot of stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It does sound so much better coming from you.
Yeah. Yeah, the old voice. The
Yeah.
old voice makes the medicine taste better sometimes.
Well,
I'm told.
I heard from a lot of people, they read it and loved it, and then I heard from equally, if not more people, if there's anything you want to listen to the audio of, it is Green Lights. It's Matthew's book that you read, and how was it actually, you know, obviously writing it's one thing, but then when you got to read it...
Then I got to sort of perform it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different voices because of my travels around the world. I'm doing the voices of a lot of Australians along the way. It's a great story in there called Sydney in the Rearview Mirror. It's a great black comedy. But I actually, you know, I thought we'd scheduled 4 days to record it. And I recorded it in 8 hours one day. Whoop.
Wow.
And I just, because I've told the stories so many times, I knew where the characters came up, what the intentions were, and sort of how the Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 of each story was set up. And it was a ball doing it.
Yeah.
And we knocked it out, and people were saying they enjoy it.
And then when you were recording it, was there ever anything where you thought, oh, I wish I'd written it a different way, or was it just, nope, this is great?
No, by that time, I mean, I'd spent over a year editing. So every punctuation, every font, everything in the book was exactly as I wanted it. So there was no going back, and I didn't want to go back.
Perfect.
So that was
That's that seems like another piece of wisdom.
There's no going back, and I couldn't go back, and I didn't want to go back. Yeah.
Another thing that's changed since the last time I saw you, you are now a football club owner, but European soccer. You own a soccer team now. Here you go. Austin, is it Austin FC?
Austin FC, the Austin Football Club.
Now, I realize...
Hey, Dave.
I realized that I put this up like I was about to show a soccer team, and instead it's just you with a bongo drum of sorts.
This is a djembe. This is our opening game at Q2 Stadium.
All right.
And this suit is exactly our colors of our team. I got this suit made 3 years ago, and this is less than a year ago. So I held on to this suit for this night to come out with my djembe, bring your drum. Drum is our instrument. Actually, we'll allow any instrument in the stadium, but it was come out. We have a chant, Verde, which is Spanish for green. And they're called, the response to that is Listos, which is Spanish for ready. So the whole crowd, I got them going, Verde, Listos, Verde, Listos. And the only challenge with this night was 2 years later, hoping that suit would fit me because I hadn't tried it on in 2 years.
And how'd it go?
It worked out.
There you go. And let me say, I think anyone who's a fan of a team would just want some enthusiasm from their owner. And I think they got what they wanted when that's your owner right there. So we showed a clip from Sing. This is Sing 2. 5 years between the films. You got 3 kids. They're a little bit older. Have they grown into being a Sing audience? Have they grown out of being a Sing audience? Are they just thrilled to hear their dad's voice?
They're still in the Sing audience. Look, the first one was basically one of the first films I've ever done that they could be an audience member to.
Yeah.
I mean, for years, that's one of the reasons I did it. Because it was like, people were going, so what's your kid's favorite movie you've done? I was like, they haven't seen any of mine. I haven't sat them down in front of True Detective yet.
Yeah, no.
It's going to open up a lot of questions.
You're like, this is going to answer a lot of questions about life. And
so
like,
we give them
I have
Sing
more
2,
questions.
Sing 1. They dig it. I'm cooler around the. I got some street cred at the dinner table after Sing 1. Sing 2, they were around the process of making it. They were around the process of recording. They toured the studios in Paris and got to know Garth, the director. And they weren't as surprised to see my voice come out of a koala's head.
Yeah.
But they still were a little surprised. And I remember sitting there, even with Sing 2, I'm sitting where you are. My kids are right to the right. Buster Moon comes on screen. My voice comes out. They look at Buster. They look at me. They look at Buster. They look at me. They look at Buster. They look at me. And all of a sudden they go, ha ha. And I go, yeah. Yeah.
What about, this is, you know, obviously it's very exciting you're in this film, don't get me wrong, but Bono.
Bono.
Making his animated film debut.
Graced us with his presence.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Really
who does,
badass.
who does Bono play in the film?
He plays Clay Calloway. He's the rock and roller who left the gig, who had a personal tragedy that took him away from music, never wanted to perform again. So in that way, it's a story of resurrection, rebirth. We have to go get him to bring him from his refuge to get him on the stage in our show, if our show is going to go on at all. And if it doesn't go on, I'll probably get killed by that wolf you saw. So
No
we
spoilers.
gotta
No spoilers.
pull him out and get him on stage.
You got any holiday plans?
Yes.
All right, what do you got going on?
Going to Texas.
Okay.
But this time we have
There we go.
my wife Camilla's family coming in.
Great.
So it's been 4 years, I think, since we've all been together. So Christmas holidays will be extra family. Air mattresses will be blown up.
Okay.
3 to some twin beds. And it will be some late nights because the Brazilians do their Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So you eat late, then you open presents at midnight, which then the next day you're opening presents all day because my mom likes to see every single present opened up one by one. And my brother's coming who loves to just put meat on the smoker, not because he loves the way it tastes, just because it takes longer to cook. And he figures if you're eating by midnight, no matter what it tastes like, everyone likes it because they're so damn hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very
Yeah.
smart move for
Yeah.
a chef.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's it all. My thought of people who run the smoker is always they just want to use that as an excuse for not having to do anything else.
That's it. I'm tending the brisket. Oh, yeah. How are you doing? I just checked it. Checked it an hour ago. I better not walk away, though.
Could dry it right out.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you on something. Hollywood Reporter named you Philanthropist of the Year. Congratulations on
thank
that.
you.
That must mean a lot.
Thank you.
Your organization, foundation, Just Keep Living, is
Yep.
it? You've been doing this for a while now.
We've been doing that 12 years.
12 years.
Which Camilla and I founded it, and we help at-risk high school students in Title I schools in America. We're in over 40 schools now. They meet twice a week. It's a safe place for them to go after school. They make a physical fitness goal, whether that's I want to make the soccer team, so I need to get in shape, or whether that's I need to lose 3 pounds so I can fit in my prom dress. We'll help them meet that goal. Nutritional goals. They do community service. They all do community service in their communities. And the halo over the whole foundation, which is really cool, is gratitude. We all sit around after every class, and everyone sits in a circle and has to share out loud something they are thankful for in their life. And that's kind of the coolest part about it.
Really great.
Yeah.
I know there had been some talk. Obviously you're making a difference. There was some talk about you maybe embarking on a political career, maybe running for governor of Texas. You've since said you're not going to do that.
Yep.
Was that something that was your family on the side of, hey, maybe that's not for you, or were they disappointed you decided not to do it?
My daughter was a little disappointed. She thought it would be really cool, but she's 11. I mean, she
Yeah, not quite campaign manager level.
Yeah, wasn't ready to hire her for that position yet. The family, look, all my decisions now going forward, I share them with my wife, Camilla. She knows me as well as anybody. She asks me the hard questions. She makes sure that I'm convicted the right ways with any decisions I'm going to make. They would have been on with it. They were ready if that was what Popeye or what Matthew was really wanting to do. So we discussed it for quite a long time. She knew I was seriously considered. The whole family knew I was seriously considering it. It got to the point where I said, you know what? no, after living in a mind of maybe I will for over a year, I said, no, it's not the right time for me right now. It's not my embassy. I'm going to see what I can do more in an informal space as a leader.
Well, I'm not worried about you making a difference no matter where you are, and I really appreciate you spending time with us today. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Guys, that's Matthew McConaughey. Sing 2 opens in theaters December 22nd.